Finally, to our sports network, such a time as this, and just like that, we're at week 9. The season's halfway over with.
Week 9, yep.
We're live down here at the Fickle Palate. Address 109 East Calhoun Street.
Fickle Palate, 109 East Calhoun
Yeah,
Street.
we're doing
Anderson 29621.
We're doing a pregame for the Duke.
Their website is theficklepalate.net. So
Ficklepalate.net. We'll be here live all day watching the game. Come down here and get you a meal.
They've literally changed the menu daily. They have another menu.
Was it daily? I didn't know it was daily.
They changed it daily. Yeah.
Okay.
I was asking about that earlier. Really unique here. Really been here about 3 years, and just really a neat place, guys. You need to come try to check it out.
Right downtown.
It's downtown. It's
Across from the Magnetic South Brewery.
And East Calhoun Street. So there you go. So you can't miss it. Really cool place, and just give them a heads up. Great staff, and just give them some love because they're really a neat place.
And let me explain. I asked why they call it Fickle Palate, and because people are fickle about the food. So I didn't know they changed it every day. I thought it was every couple of days. So you come in here tomorrow, you won't have the same thing on the menu you did today, which I think is pretty neat.
Yeah.
So whatever your usual is may not be your usual. You got a choice, and that it takes a lot of time and a lot of care to go in there and do that. It used to be an old tire place right here in the corner. Electric Magnetic South right across the street.
It used to be Electric Brewing, but for about a year.
For about a year.
About Electric Brewing.
Okay.
And then it's been Fickle Palate now for about 3 years. Funny thing is, I was telling them, I said, I've come down to Anderson all the time, and I didn't realize where this place was. I kept hearing about it, but I didn't know where it was. And then I came down there, and you were talking about it, and I was like, looked in, and I was like, oh, okay.
So we've got a lot to talk about. Just a couple shout outs to a couple of sponsors besides the Fickle Palate. We were actually, and I thought this was really neat. He was actually just got back from the Red Sea. We're doing a live show at the Bermuda Triangle Scuba Shop next week on Pelham Road.
Yep.
JT's the owner of that. And I asked him, I said, how'd you get into this? And what they do is they do scuba classes and they do scuba diving. They get you certified. He said, well, I went on honeymoon about 14 years ago or so, and we went scuba diving, and I came back to Greenville and I needed a job. So I got a job at the place. They ended up buying the place out about six years ago. So we're going to be doing a live show there. It's right on Pelham. It's next to Bohemian Bull. So real neat place. Also, Industrial Incorporated. Shout out to Jacob. He actually helped land that account. That's kind of across from the Bilo Center. It is an employment agency that gets people employment for construction and stuff like that. So we're in week 9. Just like that, time's just flown by like crazy. I can't believe we're in week 9. You blink your eye. We had the countdown 238 days, 237 days, 235 days. And then all of a sudden it gets football season, we're in week 9.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, would anybody think we'd be 3-4?
No.
So we're 3-4, not the way we wanted to be. But
we're fighting to get a bowl game at this point.
We're fighting to get into a bowl game. I thought after the LSU game, I wasn't too worried about that game. And then,
no, I wasn't either because I thought we fought good. We let go back through there, and then all of a sudden now we're getting just let's be honest, we're getting pounded. And,
we hadn't,
and we're not seeing
not to be a negative.
The extra effort. I'm just going to call it like it is.
Yeah.
We're not seeing the extra efforts that we should be seeing.
I don't see the fight. It's more, to me, it's more of a mental thing. It's not a talent thing. We talked about this all season.
100%.
Football is a game of passion. Football can be a mental game. We can go back to NC State, and we can talk about basketball and sports when NC State did that run for the national championship, beat Fama Jamma, beat UNC with Michael Jordan and James Worthy and all those guys. That was not the best team out there.
Absolutely.
If you want to see a great 30 for 30 and the will to win and the desire to win, the desire to come together as a team, you watch that NC State story. Yeah. Clemson had that a couple of years back. And after Taj Boyd did the 4th for 16, we went on that run. And, I'm a guy that likes to live in the here and now.
Absolutely.
I want results today. I don't care what we did in 2016-18. I'm sorry. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate that.
I appreciate all we've done. But
I'm going to say one thing on that.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at Virginia's coach now. And so I'm going to where he is right now, and they've done a phenomenally good job. That was our offensive coordinator. Our defensive coordinator is the head coach, obviously, is Venable, and his defensive coach is head coach of Oklahoma. They're doing a great job over there. So he's had the stuff in motion, in place. The problem with it is that I think what we have is we don't have the right pieces of the puzzle set in place right now. That's my personal opinion. I'm going on a limb right there, and I'm saying that. Ultimately, does it fall on Dabo? Of course it does. Nobody's going to argue that. But the problem with it is that we've got to get the right pieces set first. And until you get that set up, we're going to go through struggles, and that's true.
Yeah, well, it's interesting this year because we had Clemson coming in at number 4. Texas came in at 1. Ohio State was 2.
Yes.
First game of the year, Ohio State. The only team they really played this year was Texas.
Yes.
Texas is like, 20 something right now. Texas is kind of falling out there, 20, 24, Texas somewhere in there.
Too, right?
So the interesting thing, and I guess if you don't have a dog in the fight, and, at this point, it's not even a miracle. We're not going to the playoffs. We're not going to the ACC championship. It's just the harsh reality of 2025 Clemson football. We're going to talk about basketball coming up.
Baseball.
Baseball. Don't want to sound like Carolina. But what I found interesting is being a passionate football fan I am, and I don't have a dog in the fight. I hope we go to a bowl. I'll be there all the way for every game. Yeah. But I love to see teams like Vanderbilt and Indiana coming in, a basketball team, the Hoosiers, number 2 in the nation. Who would have thought of that? And you got Texas A&M, who looks probably like the strongest team. Actually, if you watch Texas A&M play, they're probably the best team out there.
I think Vanderbilt might be.
Yeah, well, Diego, the quarterback, in my opinion, is probably the best quarterback in college football right now.
Vanderbilt is just one of those teams that people look past them. You saw it last year with Alabama, and all of a sudden, and then this year they're just starting to click and they're starting to believe. Once kids start believing in themselves, they start believing they can do it. All things are possible.
And Vanderbilt's, but I almost sound like Dabo, but they're like one play away from being undefeated.
Right.
They beat Alabama last year, and that was a beautiful thing. Only in college football can you beat. And the funny thing was Nick Saban said, "Well, Vanderbilt's the easiest place to play in the SEC." Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And then I was sitting there and I looked at my phone, and Vanderbilt was up by a couple scores at halftime. And I said, what the world's going on here? I said but Bama come back in the second half. Make a long story short, they did come back, but Alabama came back, but Vanderbilt ended up winning. And the beauty of college football, only in college football can you storm the field, tear down a field goal post, take it down Nashville, Main Street, and throw it in the Cumberland River. Nobody gets in trouble. Now, the university I think they got fined like $200-something thousand, but it was all worth it. It's all said and done. So, anyhow, we got a lot of good games coming on. We're going to have Josh come on in a little bit, and I forget the lady's name.
We're going to have Josh come in and tell us about this place, too.
Yeah. When I asked what his name was, he told me, I said, well, I'm not that great with names, but I won't forget your name.
No, that's easy for you.
But, we got Georgia and Florida. We got Vanderbilt and Texas. Game I'm really interested in seeing is Oklahoma and Tennessee.
Absolutely.
And I think Brent Venables, he was kind of on the hot seat there for a while. It took him a while to get going. And that usually happens with the head coach. But, they're ranked number 18. They got a big game in Tennessee. It's going to be tough because they're playing up there in Rocky Top, 100-something thousand people, one of the biggest stadiums, some of the most passionate fans up there in Knoxville. I'm going to be pulling for the Sooners. I know, and the funny thing is, Mike, I never was a Sooners fan until Brent Venables came on board. I never was a Jacksonville Jaguars fan until Trevor Lawrence started playing.
I agree.
ETN started playing. You get where I'm going? Absolutely. It's like wherever Clemson goes, we follow them. And
it's like me following Virginia right now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Now,
just been true.
I don't know if I've become a Carolina fan of one of our coaches or players.
I do like Beamer. I'm going to be honest.
Beamer.
As much as people want to complain about it, I do like Beamer.
Beamer and Dabo.
I do like what he's doing down there.
Beamer and Dabo are similar.
I do like what he's doing down there. I know they're having a struggle year.
We got the same record. That's going to be.
But it's he's a better coach than his record showing. That's for sure.
And he reminds me a lot of Dabo.
And so they just gotta believe and go from there. And that's the whole thing about where Dabo is right now. And that's just the thing. I don't believe. I think Clemson's still got a lot to do, but there's things just not in place right now, and it's pretty obvious that's the case. And I think it's the obvious.
And I wouldn't say we were drinking orange Kool-Aid. I would say that we were being realistic. I mean, from a football standpoint, we had Tom Allen come on board from Penn State. And a great defense coordinator, which we need to replace Wes Goodwin.
And I'm not even.
We had Cade coming back. We had everything in place, and the expectation. What's so hard about this season is is the expectations were way up here, and rightfully so.
The problem with it is I'm not even unsold at the moment of Tom Allen. I think the problem that we've had is that we've had the ball 3 plays, punt, 3 plays, punt, 3 plays, punt. The defense gets worn out. When the defense gets worn out, you start seeing big holes, get gapes and stuff like that. That's a problem. And you can go back and start fussing about defense all you want to, but if you're out there so much, I don't care what happens at that point. At that point, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. And you can change them out. You can do all the things you're doing. But if you're constantly out there, just ridiculous. Look at the time of possessions.
Yeah.
Okay? That just shows you everything.
Well, the game of football is one on the line.
Absolutely.
Offense and defense. A great offense will win games. A great defense will win championships. I'm just overwhelmed by the defensive performance. It's not good. It's not good at all. The run game is horrendous. Just let's just call it like it is. Just don't, not gonna sugarcoat.
Well, I'm watching bubble screens. Watching bubble screens. Line. I said we'll go back to Rob Spence era.
Yeah.
No offense to Rob Spence, but I mean I'm just being frank.
Even the last game against SMU, Chris Zeno looked good. He looked better in my opinion.
He looked good.
He was running all over the place.
The problem that we had is it was very predictable. Again, if I'm sitting out there and I'm just a chemical sales guy that goes out here and I can tell you what the guy's doing, watching it myself, what he's doing, and this is my hobby. Okay, a guy who gets $1.5 million on average, give or take, for as a defensive coordinator, and you're gonna tell me he can't predict what's going on? Come on, that's ridiculous. That is.
Yeah. So it was homecoming.
It's homecoming.
Well, the first time I think in 7 years I didn't go down there. We went to a Halloween party last night. It fell on Halloween. We had a good time though.
I stayed.
I stayed. But I looked at I saw it online. I always liked going on Friday night down to down there near Tillman Hall. Still call it Tillman Hall and homecoming. But saw a little bit. I've been going to homecoming. I was born in Clemson.
I usually go to homecomings.
Yeah. I was born in Clemson. I was going to Clemson games in my mom's womb because I'm a December baby. We've always gone to games. And they got pictures of me. I don't even remember on the pole. I'm about that tall. Big old homecoming thing with my mom. So it's always been a tradition. We also got the military appreciation game coming up, which is always a great thing.
Yeah, I've been Clemson fan since the early 70s.
Yeah. And
probably even earlier than that.
The bottom line,
as early as I can remember.
The bottom line, folks, is this: if you're a fan, you're a freaking fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm a Clemson fan. So that just tells you.
I'm a reformed Cowboys fan.
You can ask Tam, every Sunday, I'm done with the Cowboys. I'll be watching them tomorrow. And it took me all my life until 2016 for the Cubs to win a World Series. They actually gave the best performance out of my 3 teams I pulled for. So once you're a Clemson fan, you're in the trenches.
We won national championship twice with Clemson since as of recently.
Well, I'm just talking about this year. But
this year.
If you're a fan, you're with them. Sure. You're with them good, and you're with them when they're bad. Thick or thin. Imagine being a Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah.
I think there are 3 teams that have not been to Super Bowls. Cleveland Browns. The Jets have been, actually. They went with Joe Namath. There's, what are the other 2 teams? Jacksonville hadn't been, have they? No. And there's one other team. But, you're a fan, you're a fan. And we'd rather be 7-0, 8-0, or whatever. We should be 7-0, or at least 6-1. It's just one of those off years, and nobody expected it. And but
look at Georgia Tech right now too.
Yeah, Georgia Tech. In that game, we sat there and watched that ball go through. He ran on the field, boom. It was a close game, but Georgia Tech, Haynes.
And to be honest, I can take a loss like that. I want to win the game. Don't misunderstand. I can take that.
The SMU game and the Syracuse game. The two stabs in the heart. Those games were hard pills to swallow, especially the Syracuse game. They came down to Death Valley and kicked their butts.
Well, and they won the offensive line. They won the defensive line. They just won, period.
Yeah.
But again, I go back to what I said. If you are constantly, if they constantly are just not on the field, if the offense is doing 3 and out, pretty much here and there picking up a first down, but that's it. you're going to wear the defense out. That's what's going to happen, and I don't care.
Yeah, the defense.
No matter what you do,
the defense gets tired a lot quicker than the offense. When you control the time of possession, control the line, you're going to win most of your football games.
That's it.
Period.
It's pretty simple when you look at it.
It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
It's not.
And we got on a big debate on the podcast Tuesday night. You know, me, Jacob, and Rowdy Tiger. And I'm just like, I'm a competitor, man. Look, if I played college football in this day and age with NIL, yeah, I'd love to have $3 million a year if I had the talent. That's what they pay me. But if they still pay me $0 or they pay me $3 million, it's just me. I'm competitive. I'm not going to play any different. So there's a lot of talk out there like these guys are getting paid all this money. They're getting paid whether they show up or not.
Yeah.
This shouldn't protect. I mean, honestly, I think it's way too much money for a college player to get paid, but it shouldn't affect your performance. Either you want to win or you want to lose, or you want to win. And whether you're getting paid $3 million or you get paid $0.
It goes back to the pro thing. But I remember years ago, I don't remember who it was. This was had turf toe, couldn't play for 4 games, whatever it was. Oh, I hurt my toe. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Dude, you're getting paid ridiculous amount of money and you can't play a game. That's pathetic. That's just completely ridiculous. And you're watching the same thing happening now. And I'm going, guys, y'all are getting paid this kind of money. You're no longer a college athlete. You're a pro athlete. I'm just going to call it like it is. You're a professional athlete now. And so, sorry, but that's the truth of the matter. And if you're going to do it, you need to perform.
You need to show up and perform.
You need to perform. And if you're not
me and Tam were talking about it. They ought to do it on performance.
I think so.
And I don't know how they measure that, but if you do this, you do that, you get paid this much or that much. That's the way life normally works. In real life.
How it works for me
in real life, yeah. Yeah, you don't perform, you don't get paid.
You don't play your game, you don't get paid.
And one way to wake them up, sit them on the bench.
Absolutely.
Sit them on the bench. You got too soft.
Oh, 100%. 100% agree with y'all, man.
We're IBO. We tell it like it is.
We will. And I'm just going to be straight with you. You might hear the most direct time.
Look at there. We got
you've ever seen.
48 minutes. We got Vanderbilt, Texas. They're playing Vanderbilt. That game, we're going to stay here. That game's going to be coming on the same time Clemson game comes on. And we'll be doing that pick later, but we got them on the big screen here. And let's see, Vanderbilt at Texas at noon, ABC. If anybody's looking for a good game to watch, of course you're going to be watching the Clemson game. You can flip back and forth. They've got Texas at 3.5. They're playing at Texas. That says a lot about Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's ranked 9th, and Texas is 20, but they got Texas at 3.5. So Matthew McConaughey. All right. We got Vanderbilt coming in. Diego. Let's go. Commodores.
Yep.
I'm taking the Commodores. So I like to see Matthew McConaughey going.
Well, we're going to do picks and we get judged.
That's what time it is. About 5 more minutes.
Okay.
5 more minutes. We need to go to about 10:50. All right. So just a couple of shout outs. You gotta go talk to them. Just a couple of shout outs to our sponsors. Anyways, we got a couple games open for availability. If you want to join the fastest growing, most exciting sports network in the nation, Obsolete Orange, where you want us to put you all over the map, put you on our website, include you on our articles, do your SEO management, do a live show. We actually have a Louisville game that's available. That will be Friday night at 7 o'clock. So we're probably going to do, we thought we had Yeehaw Brewing, but they got stuff going on in Tennessee, and it was just hard to get everybody on the same page. So that would be a great game to do around 5:30 on a Friday night. So that's opening. We're probably going to fill this. All these games are probably going to be filled up by Monday. If somebody wants to reach out and get in touch with me or Mike, we'd love to set you up for a show and a sponsorship. Meeting with Jay Haas, the Haas Golf Place on Monday.
Nice.
Going down to the Divided House. What other game? We got. Oh, the Furman game.
Furman, yeah.
And just because it's Furman game doesn't mean it's not available. We hadn't really even promoted that one yet. So we got an opening for the Furman game. We do have a time for next week at the who are we playing next week?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
We're playing
I'm looking.
a cup of coffee. Next week we have an opening. It's a 7 o'clock game. We are playing
Scuba.
We're playing
That's Florida State, isn't it?
Yeah, FSU, it.
Yeah.
So they announced a 7 o'clock game. We're doing the Scuba place at 5, so we're gonna have an opening that morning for a show or two in this area because we're gonna be going to the game.
Yep.
Tailgating over at Shaw. So anyways, come see us at Shaw, tailgate with us. We'll be at the game. Shout out to John Breyer. I'm on the photography. He's on the field today taking pictures. He sent me a couple pictures. Jacob McDonald, where are your articles? Haven't got them yet. It's too late to give.
Yeah, pretty much at this point, I would say you're right.
And Rowdy Tiger, get in touch with us. We're going to get you 3 tickets for the FSU game next week. So we'll be in touch about that. Join us every 7:30 Tuesday night on Rowdy Tiger, me and Jacob for the I Bleed Orange podcast as we break it down like nobody else does. CLESOM will be starting basketball this season.
Yes.
Now, everybody's gone except one guy's come back. But from what I saw, I talked to Brad Barnell about 3 weeks ago. He was downtown Pendleton that had the war set up there, and I got to talk to him. I told him I really appreciate what he's done, how far he's come with this team, because we've really turned around. I mean, the McNeese game was a shutdown. I mean, it was a disappointment last year. But I told Brad, I said, y'all done really well. I used to be on Brad's case for a lot. He knows who I am. And so, anyways, they turned things around. They had they've had a good transfer portable. They got a lot of good guys in. They basically replaced everybody, and they've got one guy basically that's come back. So fairly, it's going to be a brand new team, and we're looking pretty good there. But let me look at the schedule real quick. But the way they usually do this is Clemson starts out the first week in November, and we usually start out strong.
Yeah.
We usually don't get into ACC play at about mid-December. We start playing some no-name teams. So we are playing New Hampshire. And when I say no-name team, I actually had to Google this because I knew New Hampshire was a state, but I didn't know it was a basketball team. Right. So we play them Monday. So we're about 48 hours away from Clemson at 7 o'clock having their opening kickoff. Gardner-Webb, Morehead State goes on. And eventually,
just get you started.
Yeah, Georgetown. Georgetown at one time was good. North Alabama, November 17th. West Virginia, man. Alabama A&M.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Georgetown's a nobody.
We're not, according to what I'm looking at, we're not going into the season ranked. We don't play a ranked team until we play Alabama on December the 3rd at 7 o'clock. Alabama, the last couple of years, has got a basketball team.
Absolutely.
They got a basketball team. So Alabama is at number 15, BYU, number 8, December the 9th, Mercer. And then finally, we always play South Carolina in December. We play South Carolina. South Carolina plays at Littlejohn on December the 16th at 7 p.m. And speaking of Alabama, 15th in basketball, us Clemson fans, we always say ABB. And what does that stand for? Anybody but Bama. But I will say this, Bama's got a basketball team, but more surprisingly, Bama has a football team this year at number 4. That's the team that's really surprised me.
A little bit.
With Nick Saban leaving, I knew they'd have a down year or two, but they really had like one down year. They're number 4 in the nation.
Yeah.
And they got off that rough start against FSU, and so they're back in the mix. They're number 4.
And FSU just handled them that game. I don't know what happened there, but they did.
And then FSU went downhill from there.
Yeah. So.
We had a couple firings. Penn State's coach.
Yeah.
Recently, Brian Kelly, $50 million. You're out of here. You're out of here, brother. $50 million.
I'm just going to say, if you want to pay me $50 million, just sit on a keister.
$50 million. You can fire me. The governor of Louisiana stepped in. I don't know if you realize this. If you Google the state employees in all 50 states, the highest paid state employee is always the head football coach. Absolutely. Well, one time was the head basketball coach in North Carolina.
Right.
But I think even Belichick's now the top coach. So the state of Louisiana governor came on. Me and Tamara watched it on TV the other day, and he says, we're making this decision. The governor making the decision of who to hire for LSU. And I said, I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that either.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones who pay it. It's paid by the state.
Wow.
That is paid by the state.
Wow.
It's a state employee. All right. We are 25 minutes into it. You want to get them in, Bob?
I already have.
Are they coming over?
No, right now.
She coming over? We got to figure out where they're going to sit.
We'll sit right here. We got them.
Just right here like that.
Got 2 chairs sitting right here.
Yeah.
We're good. So.
We'll go get
Ready for it?
We're ready.
Come on. So we're all sit down.
So we're good.
Okay. Let me stand up. All right. So Josh is coming down. Josh, tell us a little bit about this place.
Have a seat, Josh. Right
I'll
here.
get off camera for a while. How you got started? How you got into this? We were
Well,
telling a little bit about how you got the
neat,
name.
It's a really neat concept too. So, it's a neat concept of place. I really love it. Come in here and just check out your menu and see how often you change it. And how often do you change it?
So the static menu we try to change every 3 to 4 months, seasonally and availability. So then we have a daily menu that myself and the sous chef Chad, we work together to
You put in
produce.
extra work there. I mean, instead of like, I want the same old same. I know there's some restaurants I go to and I order like El Humidor. You ever heard of it? They got a Philly cheesesteak burrito, and I've never ordered anything else. I like it.
You got to expand your horizon.
Yeah, but here you got something different, and I think that's cool.
We try to swap it up.
Yeah.
And the concept is driven towards, we call ourselves a tapas restaurant, but we're not really that. We're more of a in between to where the concept would be come in and share the plates, right?
Yeah.
They're not full, huge entrees, but they're not appetizers. They're kind of in between, in limbo.
Yeah.
So if you have a guest, a table of 4 or 6, whatever,
Okay.
you guys are maybe ordering 2 or 3 of them and sharing. That's the
Yeah.
communal thing. That's what we're trying to do.
Gotcha. So you guys started in the restaurant business a couple years back. I mean, what'd you do before this? I think you told me.
I've been in the restaurant business.
You had the bond and something? Or?
28 years now.
Yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I've been cooking professionally for 28 years. But this came about randomly about 3 years ago. Came in here when it was previously a brewery and met with my former business partner. And we sat down and we were doing, during COVID, we were doing just wine dinners, like private wine dinners. And we looked at the space and we wanted to do one here.
Yeah.
And then guy had a kitchen back there. I started renting the kitchen. He vacated the premises, and then I said, "Well, I'd like to try to take this over and turn it into an actual restaurant."
Cool.
So,
So you got a nice bar there.
yeah,
You have,
bar.
you
It's
have,
a great concept.
Yeah.
you have a
Great
happy hour or
concept.
something? Like happy hours?
Yeah. First hour of service is 5 to 6. We do a little cocktail special.
I know. I came in here one day and there 3 or 4 ladies sitting in there, telling the stories, drinking a glass of wine.
That's what we want.
That's what we want. That's what it's all about. Come have some food, glass of wine, share stories, and experience.
There you go.
Yeah, I just love when Carolina fans make fun of us being the agriculture. They call us farmers and what do they call us? Taters and stuff like that. It's like, hey, food's pretty important.
Yeah, everybody's got to eat.
I would think to say,
It's pretty. It's up there on the chain of most important things. You got to have food.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
That's all about it.
There's nothing better. I mean, you can't experiences in life. You go to certain places with your friends, have a drink, have something to eat. Those experiences last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
And
This
this is
that's
great
what about
location.
life is. Life is about experiences. It's not about how long you've been with something. It's
And
about
usually you meet somebody for business, it's over food. You meet friends, it's over food. You share a meal. It's just what you do as Americans.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So you're a Clemson fan like we are. Been in any games lately?
No.
How do you feel about the season? You haven't missed out.
No, I don't. Unfortunately, in this business, you don't get to go to many games.
Yeah. This is your big
Yeah,
weekends are big.
Fridays and Saturdays.
We'll share the pain with you.
When I retire, maybe I'll get to go do that.
The Troy game was what, 3:30 game. Got home like 11:30 because we had
It was
an
a
hour and half.
beatdown, yeah, because we had a 2-hour rain delay, basically.
Rain delay.
give or take, and it was just crazy. And then we had another one we went to, and it was the same thing. We were like, goodness gracious, we're falling into this whole
Yeah.
pattern. But it wasn't as long. It was 45 minutes, but nevertheless, it still was long.
SMU game is 90-something degrees, humidity. Finally, and that wasn't a good game. I mean, Chris Pizzino played good. I was good to see him get in there and
Yeah.
get some completion. He surprised me. They said that Cade is questionable, but I think he's going to play today. They don't really ever tell you. They want you to kind of think about it.
No, it's always a game decision.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Probably announce it right now. So
So let's do some picks. We got Vanderbilt.
yeah, here we go. There's my man Matthew.
We got Vanderbilt in Texas.
That one.
Right there. And
All right, so we sitting. We got Matthew McConaughey on here looking at the game right now. All right, Matthew. And this has been one of my favorite surprises. I love when they beat Alabama last year and tore down the field goal.
Absolutely.
Vanderbilt, you don't see them in the mix, but they're number 9. They're playing at Texas. Texas is a big college football, state, of course. They're playing at noon here in about 30, 40 minutes. Vegas actually has Texas at 3.5, even though Vanderbilt's ranked number 9, and I think that's only because they're playing at Texas. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm taking Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt's going to be a surprise team. I think it's going to be a close game. Arch Manning hasn't turned out to be as good as I think we thought he would be, but I love Vanderbilt's coach. I love their quarterback, Diego.
I think Manning's going to be a very good quarterback. I think that again, I don't think that there might be some things in place just yet. We just don't know it yet. And you got to realize NIL has really just changed football, college football entirely, and it's just changed so much of the dynamic of the game that what you did a couple years back isn't working the same way. And so you can't develop your team. It has just changed so much, and I think every team is seeing that somehow or another.
Yeah,
but Indiana's perfect, and Vanderbilt's a perfect example of this.
I wouldn't put my money on Texas 3.5. I mean, I think it's gonna be close, but I think Vanderbilt's gonna upset them.
Yeah,
I love their coach.
What do you think about that?
I think Texas at home is going to be a tough loss, but I think Vanderbilt pulls out.
Well, I think we got 3 on Vanderbilt. I agree.
3 on
I
Vanderbilt.
think Vanderbilt's also going to take it.
All right.
I think that the score is going to be that's a pretty close. I think you're going to see it about a field goal. So that's pretty close. But I think Vanderbilt's going to pull it out.
All right. Number 5, Georgia. Florida. In the swamp. My girlfriend's a Georgia fan. And that's not why I'm picking them, but I mean, I've picked them about every I've been wrong once. But Florida's just not playing good football. Florida has not played good football since Spurrier was coaching down there. They've had some problems. They've had a bunch of coaching changes. Georgia's Georgia. It's not their best team they've had, but they consistently won. They lost one game to who? Alabama. Georgia always has this thing with Alabama, but Georgia's, consistently winning. Kirby Smart's getting the job done. They're down there in the swamp. That's probably going to help out Florida a little bit. Vegas has got UGA at 7.5. I think UGA. Go Dogs, 14. Dogs by at least 14.
What do you think?
I think, given their track record, I think the Dogs got this.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
Three-way.
All right, Cam.
I think three-way. I'm not sure if
Mike did pick against you this
No,
time.
I don't think that. I'm not going to go with 14 points, but probably 10 is really reasonable. But doesn't matter. I think they're going to cover the spread. So that's what really makes a difference. I'll start off the next one. Next one is Oklahoma, 18th ranked Oklahoma versus a Tennessee, 14th ranked Tennessee. That's going to be a good ball game. That's 7:30 tonight, ABC, and
2.5.
that one right there is 2.5 Tennessee. Sorry, but I got to go with Venables on this one. I really think Tennessee might pull it out, but I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to go with Venables. I just got to go with Venables, man.
Well,
Just got to throw them some closer. So that's the way it's going to be.
Well, we were talking earlier, and you may relate to this. I never was an Oklahoma Sooner fan until Brent Venables went to Oklahoma.
No,
it's kind of like I never was a Jacksonville Jaguar fan until, Trevor went.
So
there.
you're saying if a Clemson coach goes to Ohio State, you're going to be an Ohio State fan?
No, that's one thing. there are certain exclusions.
I'm qualifying that right now.
Or Alabama, I'm pulling for Oklahoma. I like Brent. I always liked Brent. I love what Brent did when he came to Clemson. The energy he had, and he was a little shaky there, but he's turned things around. Had a close game last week. Man, that's a tough game. They're playing up at Rocky Top, 100,000 people. There's some passionate fans up there. Vegas has got Tennessee by 2.5. Logically, I would not bet on Oklahoma, but I'm betting on who I want to win. Just
kind of what I did.
I wouldn't put money on it. I mean, if they got Tennessee by 2.5, Tennessee is actually ranked above at 14. Oklahoma's at 18. I wouldn't bet on
14, 18 doesn't scare me.
But I'm pulling for Oklahoma. I believe in Brent Venables. Tough place to play. Like I said, I wouldn't bet on it, but I'm gonna put Oklahoma in that.
So you did what I did.
Yeah. No, not betting no money.
What do you think?
I'm calling a hat trick. I'm going for Venables as well.
All right. There we go. So, you ever heard Chick-fil-A? Of course, you seen the little C thing.
That's funny. I didn't.
Yeah, Tam was like, "Who's this team?" And I said, "That's the Chick-fil-A team because their helmet's got the C on there."
It really does.
It looks like
when he said that, I was like, now I'll never get out of that. Every time I see him, I'll call him Chick-fil-A.
Their helmet looks like the Chick-fil-A thing. And coming down here, we were talking about Cincinnati. Really, they haven't been relevant. They just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, they've kind of been on the outside, and all of a sudden they appeared this year, and they're ranked number 14. You got Utah at 24.
What is a Bearcat, by the way?
That's a good question. Half bear,
What is a
half cat.
Bearcat? Yeah.
That's a cat.
It's like a man bear pig.
Yeah.
It's a four-legged creature, but it's not a bear. It's a certain kind of cat.
You know what a Bearcat is?
You talking about man bear thing?
No.
A bearcat.
Well, I was
Cincinnati
talking
Bearcat.
Oh,
about
bearcat. I was a
Bearcat.
Rock Hill bearcat, and I was a Lander bearcat.
Oh,
Lander?
shit. Well, then you know what a bearcat. What's a
Lander in Greenwood?
What's a bearcat?
Bearcats, they're so stinking cute.
That's not what you want.
Come get on camera, you want to.
Where do you want?
I don't know. How are we gonna get you
We'll
on?
figure out. Get over here. I'll come behind you. See here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have your little hour.
I'm a good dancer.
Now, what's your name again?
Victoria.
Victoria. Lander's Bearcats
Lander bearcats
in Greenwood.
in Greenwood.
My sister graduated from Lander. I didn't know that.
They used to be,
Bearcats.
like, they've changed
They used to be something else.
mascots like 10 times.
Yeah, I don't remember them being Bearcats, but I guess
Yeah.
they are Bearcats. They were something else, some weird.
It was Lander Lilies. They were Lander Patriots at one time.
Yeah.
Lander Lilies. I don't think I would go with that.
I like the Lander Lilies.
Lander Lilies.
Well, that's why they never had a football
That's
team.
about as bad
It's
as
the
Presbyterian.
Lander
They have,
Lilies.
no, they have a rugby team now, and their baseball team is top notch.
That's about as bad as Presbyterian Blue Hose.
Who?
Presbyterian Blue Hose.
Girlfriend.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Girlfriend's correcting me. Tam, I'm sorry. Uga is playing in Jacksonville, not the Swamp. My correction, I forgot. They play them every year in neutral
Oh,
site
it's
in Jacksonville.
That's correct.
She actually lived in Jacksonville, so it's a neutral site there. So Uga's playing in. I still don't think it's gonna matter.
It's not.
Every time they pick, every time like somebody picks against Georgia.
So we have the Bearcats. So we have the Bearcats versus who?
We got the Bearcats versus Utah. That's where game day is. You got 29 degrees this morning, and what's his name? Pat McAbee's out there with no shirt on, and he's got his chest
Shock
out.
value.
He's got a leather Utah sports jacket on. Playing at Utah, Cincinnati. I mean, these are just some two weird teams, to be honest with you. Utah's kind of been on the fringes for a while. They're playing at Utah. Vegas got Utah 10.5. I'll take that spread. Just because they're playing at home. That game day.
Utah 3.5. You take that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'm going to have to defer to the
I'm going
professionals as well.
Bearcats, right? Because I was with Bearcats. I got to stick with the Bearcats.
So you're going with the Bearcats. I'm also going to go with the Bearcats.
That's
Just
Bearcats.
because I like
I'm in loyalty.
I like
Chick-fil-A. 3
I
for
like
Chick-fil-A.
There
One
you
for
go.
the Utah. I can't even remember what the mascot is. Utah.
Utes. The Utes.
What is a Ute?
I have no idea. It's like
My
I
cousin
asked like what
Huh?
fans
My
years
cousin
ago.
Vinny.
My cousin Vinny.
Did you say Utes?
Utes. It's the Utah Utes. Well, let's talk about the game we're picking up. Duke Blue Devils. I mean, Blue Devil. And then you have the Wake Forest
Demon
Deacons. Where did they come up with that name? Was it Deacon in church that had demons?
Yes.
I mean, some of these names you think
Just went to
about.
church here.
And then you got Clemson, the most normal mascot. You have Tigers, right?
But LSU's the same pretty much now.
Yeah, LSU, Missouri, and there's one other team.
And they're Death Valley too, right?
Yeah, and Auburn Tigers.
Yes.
They're four.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So we're the real Death
And they
Valley.
play. LSU plays a sad version of Tiger Reg.
Yeah. We're the real Death Valley, and that all goes back to Death Valley, California, when Frank Howard, the Rock was brought in from California, and he had
It's
it.
actually Arizona.
No, it's not. It was brought in from Death Valley, California.
All right.
That's where
We'll look at that later.
Actually, that's where Charles Manson and all them hung out back in the day. Death Valley. It's the hottest place in the United States. He had the Rock. He kept his door open, and players would come in to talk to him and get advice and stuff like that. And he told the guy, I forget the guy's name, I got a great idea. Let's go put it on the hill and prop it up and have the players touch it. Became one of the greatest. I mean, it's one of the greatest traditions of college football. Most, keep your dirty, filthy hands. Not going to give 110%. Keep your dirty, filthy hands off my rock. And Brent Musburger announced that that's the greatest 25 seconds in college football. In the hill, when the cannons go off, they run down. It's pretty exciting. Nobody else does that. Yeah. They don't do the balloons anymore, but I wish they would. I think a duck or two die. Is the conservative. I mean,
Oh yeah, my brother was at that game.
The nature
They
people,
set
they-
the world record with muscle balloons.
about 800,000 balloons.
It's
You remember
crazy.
that?
Oh,
It hadn't been that
yeah,
long.
yeah, absolutely.
It's only been like
Oh,
what,
it was covered. The
2013.
whole sky was covered. It's crazy. It was awesome. It's a whole picture of
See them all day.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They need to bring that back. They need to bring that back.
I need to start a petition for this.
We will. Hey, we might.
Yeah.
Let's start right now.
Start it right
We got a petition going. I'll lead ours. Bring the balloons flag.
New balloons.
All right.
And
Going
everyone's
down.
out the yards right there.
Duke Blue Devils, not Red Devils, at Clemson, noon. Death Valley ACC Network. Come on down here to Fickle Palate. and come watch the game, get you something to eat. They got Clemson. Clemson's been favored by Vegas every game this season, which means Vegas is basically 3-4 with us.
Vegas is not picking well.
Huh? They're not
Vegas
picking
has
well.
not been picking well.
And Vegas doesn't like to lose money, but they've lost money on Clemson. But we have never bet against Clemson. I don't care if we're 0-5 and we're playing the number one team in the nation. We always beat Clemson. At least I do. Can't go against them. Duke at Clemson. We've had a bye week. We've had 2 bye weeks this season, and both bye weeks are off a loss. We had to sulk on our bye week. We've been sulking the last SMU game. Hopefully, we got out there and got some good practice in. And we're playing at home. It's homecoming. Let's go Tigers. Vegas gets about 3.5. 17 points. Clemson. I'm going out on a limb. 17. I'm not betting money on it.
Tell us what you think.
I'm going to say,
Y'all look at
I'm
me
obviously
like I'm
picking for my Tigers. But, I don't know,
You're not going 17.
Nah, we'll say,
Do you think they'll cover the spread?
yes. Yes, I think so.
That's all we need. What do you think?
I think Clemson's a young team. A lot of young teams out right now, including mine, because I'm a Carolina fan.
How are you?
I am. But I'm a house divided, so I always support Clemson.
Okay.
If they're playing, just as long as they're not playing my boys.
Yeah.
Carolina's playing who this week?
Myself
That's a
personally.
good question. I haven't even looked yet.
Myself personally.
That's going to be a big. That's one of the
Last
bigger.
week was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're just
Well, it was Alabama.
yeah.
Y'all had.
We held it.
Have you ever been to
And
Columbia?
everybody is just their Sellers is Carolina right now. And that's just the
Oh,
truth.
he's good.
So
Let me give you
Reminds
my
me a
pick.
little bit of Cam
Let me give
Newton.
my
Cam
pick
Newton
real
was in
quick,
college.
guys.
Huh?
Let me get my pick.
Okay.
I'll give them.
Go ahead.
So I think this, because we've had a bye, and usually when we have a bye, we come out and do well. So we have opportunity to prepare well. So I think Clemson's going to win. We're going to win big. So I think 17 points is very reasonable. So we're going to win. We're going to win the game, and it's going to be probably 14 to 17 points. Not much, but we're going to cover the spread. That's what matters. And I think that's the case. So there you have it.
There you have it. Big Mike. Y'all play. Oh, you know who you play?
is it LSU? No, that was
It's worse.
like 2 weeks ago.
It's worse. It's Lane Kiffin. It's Ole Miss.
Oh.
Number 7 at Ole Miss. So,
Yeah, it's tough.
good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck. You know, you ever been to the Vesper's barbecue down in Columbia?
I haven't.
Well, you know, when they beat that Carolina up, Carolina hasn't. That's why I thought they maybe had a chance to beat Alabama. But last time, there's probably. So, anyways, you go down to look Vesper's Chicken Barbecue. They got a couple places down there. Oh, Little Pigs too. Vesper's, you know what I'm
I've
talking
been
about?
low fixed.
And that's all they got when y'all beat them, all these ads and stuff in the newspaper, state paper, when y'all upset number 1 Alabama. And then you had Georgia come into to Carolina a couple years back, and y'all beat them in that last second field goal.
Yeah.
Y'all upset a couple number 1 teams. Y'all kind of have that in there, but you know, where I'm going with all this is one of the bigger Clemson Carolina games. Excuse my language, but kind of suck this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's for the, it's not like we got a dominant team here. We both got the same
But
record.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's
gonna be-
it's
it's our
young
biggest-
teams, right?
Huh?
They're building.
Yeah, well, it's
So-
not like in 2018 when we're going for a national, we're undefeated with Trevor Lawrence. We're about the same.
Yeah.
And we're playing in Carolina at noon, so it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a bigger game than it usually is. It's always a big game.
I'm excited.
You're excited. I'm excited. I always tell people I'd rather go 1-11 and beat Carolina than to go 11-1 lose Carolina.
Yeah, it's the most important game of
It
the
is.
year.
Y'all got
I
us
mean,
last year. I'm gonna tell a funny story. I had I Bleed Orange beer out. RJ Rockers over Spartanburg made it, and 2 or 3 years ago when y'all beat us, and I'd get, they'd mail me a check for the amount of beer that was sold there using my name brand. And y'all beat us last year, and we beat you the year before that. Everybody's like, I bet your check went down after y'all got beat by Carolina. It's like it tripled.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I think people are just upset over losing and drink more beer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a tier of beer, buying free beer.
Hey, by the way, we've had the RJ Rockers, Johnson, he retired, and they're no longer doing the beer as of last year. We had it in Ingles, we had it all over the upstate. So we're looking for a brewery that wants to make our brand. So any brewers out there, we've been talking to you all, some of these places, we want to get the I Bleed Orange beer back on the market. It was real popular at SO Club and some places down here. It's good beer. It tastes like Blue Moon
Oh, I love
with
Blue
a like an orange tank to it. And I still got some at the house. But we'll get into all that stuff. When I found out they're gonna take it on the market, I went and bought it all out at Ingles. I had all this people meet me at the exit of the grill. Because they weren't making it anymore, huh? It's like, yeah, here's some money, man.
Exactly.
I don't want to get alcohol.
Limited supply.
All right, we're about 46 minutes in.
Yeah, but check this place out. This place is neat.
Yeah, this is why we're here. We're here to promote this place, put this place on the map. We've got them on the website. Go to our website. We mention them on the podcast every Tuesday nights at 7:30. Everything links back to their website. All the articles come out. We put a little thing on there to link back. So we're promoting for them all year, doing a little bit of SEO management, social media management, and anything else. And we still haven't done our shout out commercial, so we'll do that more later.
Okay.
And then anything else? About 10 minutes to the game. You think about anything y'all want to say?
Go Tigers.
Y'all know the Tiger chant? We always end with the Tiger chant. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, I got to stand up. Ready?
Wait, do what?
You're gonna do the.
No, I don't think
don't know that. Wait, is that where you guys spell your name?
See, yeah.
Oh,
That's always ended.
I know how to spell
There's no
Clemson.
P in Clemson, by the way.
There's no P,
Only if you're from.
but there's a Z, right?
No. That's
That's for people that are. definitely-
Carolina say that
That
stuff.
hard.
Exactly.
All right, come on out to Fickle Palate. What's the road again? Off Main Street.
East Calhoun.
East Calhoun.
109 East
109,
Calhoun Street.
right across from Magnetic South Brewery. This is the road. If you're coming in from Clemson, like 85 on Clemson Boulevard in the main downtown Anderson, it's your first left right before Magnetic South.
First block of downtown.
Yeah, neat little place, great little place. Glad to have them on board. And come on down and get you something to eat, watch the game, and let's end with the Tiger chant. You ready? CLESOM.